What's going on? I'd like to welcome you to Water Your Soil. So this video is going to be about the one thing that affects your credit score. And I know a lot of people sleep on this and they're not aware that this thing does have the ability to affect your credit score and impact it in a negative way. I'm going to touch on it and we're going to go through why and how you can avoid this. All right, so let's get into it. I remember years back, I thought I had it all figured out. I was raising my credit score because when you first seeing big improvements to your credit score, you figure like, man, I got this figured out. I know how credit scoring works and all is well. I can do basically what I've always done and my credit score will continue to increase. I don't really have to worry about anything. But I will tell you this, I was wrong. So I had a loan and I was doubling up on payments. I was doubling up on the payments. Sometimes I was tripling up on the payments. Like I would pay double and triple because my goal was to pay off the loan as fast as possible. I made that a goal. I was on my Dave Ramsey money makeover type thing. I wasn't following the full program, but as I always tell you all, and I always tell my subscribers on this channel, I hate debt and I hate owing people. I don't like the thought of owing people. So I was just trying to pay off this loan. It was a big loan and I was trying to pay it off as fast as possible. So I would pay triple some months I would pay double. I believe even one time I paid quadruple in 1 month. I was just going in as far as the payments because I'm like, I need to pay this down as fast as possible. I don't want to drag it out the whole length of the loan that I have it for as far as the loan term is concerned. So I was like, I'm gonna pay it off fast. And then, it was just chopping down. I was just chopping down the balance. The balance is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm like, yes, this is gonna help my credit score and it's gonna help me in regards to, not having that debt and I could allocate that money and use it elsewhere. Well, I started doing more and more research and I learned that having the account that I was paying on, the loan account, having that go off of my credit report will actually hurt my credit report. It will hurt my score, whether it was temporarily short term or temporarily like months to a year, it will hurt my account. So as I got closer, I think I got about under $1,000 left to pay on the loan and I could have easily paid it off, but I decided not to pay it off. And the reason why I decided not to pay it off was because I didn't want my credit score to drop in a certain way because there were certain things that I was considering using for my credit score. So I wanted my credit score to be as high as possible and I didn't want to see any decreases in my score because I needed it as high as possible until I was done getting the things that I was going to use my credit score for. So I paid it down and I chopped it down. And the money, of course, the interest was small. The interest started being small because the balance was small. I noticed that the smaller the balance became, the less I owed in interest. So that was an interesting thing to find out during those times. But the one thing that I learned over time with dealing with credit and how credit scoring works is they will hold a lack of credit accounts against you. Just think of like a credit score, your credit score as a big pot of gumbo. The credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, they want to see a mix of accounts. What I mean by a mix is that they want to see you have some credit cards, of course. That's important because they want to see that you are good with spending and paying back and spending and paying back. They want to see that. So credit cards are good to have. However, they also want to see other loans, such as, a car note or a personal loan or a mortgage or a student loan. They want to see other types of accounts. When you have like a mixture of accounts, it actually helps your credit score. Now, I know some people have an issue with that. I am one of the people who do have an issue with it because I'm like, that really makes no sense because you have to go out and get accounts in order to maintain a healthy credit score. But that's how credit scoring works. Credit scoring is based on how well you manage debt, as well as the different types of debts that you have. So If you have a credit report, and your credit report, you have credit cards, and you also have a mixture, meaning you have some type of loan, whether it's a mortgage or a car loan or a student loan, whatever type of loan that it is, and those installment loans, and you also have a credit card or numerous credit cards, it actually helps you score. Now, as I stated, I don't like that, and I know a lot of other people don't like it as well, but this is the game that the credit bureaus play. And as I always state, it's either play by their rules or you get played. It's one or the other. You can't choose to not play by their rules and expect that it's not gonna decrease your score or have some form of a negative impact on your credit score. Like I always tell people, I think the rules are ridiculous. I don't like them at all, but I still play by the rules because I want a good credit score and I want to use my credit score for other things, So you have to play by the rule. So having accounts is important. You want to have different type of accounts. You don't just want to have credit cards, because some people that I helped over the years, they'll have secured credit cards, and then they'll graduate their secured credit cards, and then they'll come to me and they'll say, okay, well, my secured credit cards graduated, but my score isn't going up the way how I wanted to go. And I'll explain to them, well, you don't have any other types of credit accounts. You need some type of other credit account to give you that mixture. The credit mixture, as far as the type of accounts you have, contributes to 10% of your credit score. So you figure if you only have one type, which is credit cards, you're missing out on a good amount of that 10% of your credit score. So that's something I always have people keep in mind when it comes to these credit scores, is that you want a mixture. Now, as I stated earlier, it's a headache because you may not want to take out a car loan. Some people rather buy cars with pure cash. Then some people, they're not a fan of actually having an auto loan and financing the vehicle, which is understandable. And then some people, they don't have a mortgage, they rather rent. And of course, there are some people, believe it or not, there are some people who don't have student loans. Some people get scholarships. Some people, they paid out of pocket for school, so they don't have student loans. However, no matter which way it is, the credit bureaus want you to have one of those type of accounts, whether it's an auto loan, a personal loan, a student loan, a mortgage. They want those installment accounts because they like to see that mixture. And believe it or not, that mixture actually helps your credit score. Now, can you go on to have a good or excellent credit score without it? Yeah, you can. But if you want the most out of your credit score, this is what this is about, getting the most out of your credit score. If you want the most out of your credit score, it's smart to have a mixture as far as credit cards as well as those installment loans. Now, I will say, let's say you do have an installment loan, right? You have an auto loan or a mortgage or student loans and you pay it off. It will be an impact to your credit score, and it won't be a pretty impact. It won't be an impact that you like. I just went through this. You can see my previous video about me and my credit score dropping 39 points. It's not a good feeling. Once you pay off a loan, of course, it's great for you because you no longer have the burden of having to pay off a loan. However, it will impact your credit score. It impacted mine nearly 40 points. Now, that's a big drop. Now, it really didn't affect me too much because I was at an 839. So my credit score dropped to an 800, which is kind of funny and ironic that it dropped to an 800. I posted it in the video as well, so you can check that out. But for some people, a 39-point drop will hurt them because let's say their credit score is currently at a 710 or in the lower 700s. That's going to hurt their credit score because it's going to drop them out of that good range, probably down to the fair range if they drop from 40 points to 50 points or whatever it is that they drop from paying off a mortgage or an auto loan or a student loan or whatever type of loan that it is. If it's a big loan that they paid off and it drops off their account, it's a good possibility that it's going to impact them negatively. So I just wanted to make that clear because some people may not be aware that yes, you do need a mixture of accounts on your credit report in order to get the most out of your credit score. So yes, you do. Can you still have a good or excellent credit score without a mixture? Of course, I said yes, you can. But if you do have a mixture of accounts, the better it is for your credit score. Like I said, it sucks, but that's the reality. But anyways, I just wanted to relay that to you and let you know, just in case you are someone who are not aware of that. And if you are someone who's aware of that, let me know how you feel in the comment section. You know, how do you feel about that? Because I'll tell you right now, I don't agree with it. I hate that part of credit scoring, that you have to have a mixture of credit accounts. Because with credit cards, that's cool because you get points back, you get cash back, all types of rewards and things, and you spend your money and you pay it off. So that's a good way to avoid credit card debt. However, with those installment loans, that's just debt just lingering over your head for an extended period of time, and I'm really not a fan of that. But like I said, it helps your credit score. Why they have it set up like that, I have no idea, but it's nothing that I can do about it. Like I said, we either play their game or we get played. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil. I thank you all for stopping by and watching this video. If this video has helped you out in any kind of way, hit the like button. Also, if you're new to this channel and this is your first time stopping by, if you feel like this channel provides information that you can use, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click on all notifications. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil and I'm out.